you?
Reasonable articulable suspicion of me committing a crime.
Yes.
Not
Walking
a city
in the middle
infraction.
Of the road when there's a sidewalk provided.
I just stated the sidewalks are not available to walk on because, look at this.
Well, where I see my squad car where you're walking in the middle of the road, there's a sidewalk available you could have walked on.
On May 7, 2024, a heated street confrontation unfolds when a man recording refuses the police's demand for ID, sparking an intense standoff over reasonable suspicion and citizen rights. The officer, unnamed, badge number unknown, presses repeatedly to detain him, while the recorder counters with legal challenges and bold resistance. Why would a simple walk turn into a rights battle so fast? Watch closely. This is the real-world tension between citizen rights and police power. Join us on ID Refusal Cops for a deep breakdown. Support the original channel and watch the full video to uncover the legal lessons hidden in each moment.
So the camera can see it.
Is there something I can help you with?
It's none of your business.
Make sure you walk on the sidewalk.
Well, if you guys would do your job and cite these vehicles for being on a public sidewalk where we can't use it, shut the fuck up. How's that one?
We're trying to work here.
I am too. Have you heard anything called the freedom of the press? Gathering content for a story?
Okay.
Don't infringe on my rights.
All right, well, we're trying to work here. Can you please vacate?
Nope. Public property, public space. No.
Okay. Well, you were walking in the middle of the street a minute ago.
Yes, because I can't get through the traffic that's parked illegally.
The officer demands he vacate the area and forces him to walk on the sidewalk, though the filmer retorts, "It's none of your business." When told to enforce sidewalk violations, the filmer angrily says, "Shut the __up," heightening tension. He then invokes freedom of the press, gathering content for a story, admonishing them not to infringe his rights. The officer insists, "We're trying to work here, can you please vacate?" Yet the filmer firmly refuses, asserting public property, public space. The officer counters, pointing out earlier that he walked in the middle of the street, but the filmer responds it was due to illegally parked traffic blocking the sidewalk. The clash pits First Amendment rights to record in public against the officer's claim of maintaining public order. In this standoff, the filmer is legally stronger. Unless he obstructs police duties, the correct action: remain calm, state the First Amendment right, don't interfere, and refuse to relocate if legally allowed.
The car right there blocking, you go on this side.
Do you have your ID with you?
Nope. You can
What's
check
your
if you
name?
want. No, you're not getting it. You don't have an ARS. Reasonable articulable suspicion of me committing a crime.
Pedestrian in the roadway.
That's a Sydney ordinance. It's not a law.
Still a reason to detain you.
You can detain me all you fucking want. I'm not going to help you with your detainment.
Yourself.
That's a secondary crime. What is the...
It's a second. Can you define a secondary crime for me?
Secondary crime? Failure to ID. 3802. The only time I can be arrested is if I've already committed a crime and is
Like I just said,
arrested.
you were walking in the roadway when there's
Because I can't get through.
The officer demands ID, claiming the filmer walked in the middle of the street. The filmer refuses, citing the blocked sidewalk, and challenges the legal grounds. Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime? He is correct. Terry v. Ohio, 1968, requires specific articulable facts suggesting criminal activity before a stop or ID demand. The filmer references Texas Penal Code SS 38.02, arguing refusal to ID is only arrestable after a lawful arrest. City ordinances like pedestrian in the roadway do not equate to criminal offenses. The officer falsely conflates a municipal infraction with a detainable offense. The filmer's assertion of secondary crime. This exchange underscores police overreach and misuse of authority. The lawful response is to calmly assert lack of reasonable suspicion, decline ID, and document the encounter. Legally, the filmer holds stronger ground.
On the sidewalks.
To me, it looks like you could walk down that entire sidewalk after you walk behind the back of that car.
I'm disabled. I'm not going to put my health at risk
If you're disabled, why are you walking in the middle of the road?
because I can't utilize the sidewalk because there's obstacles everywhere.
How hard
This
is
is
it?
it.
How hard is it just to walk behind the back of the car like this?
I'm disabled.
So you're so disabled that you can't walk behind the back of the car, but you can walk down the middle of the roadway to come over here and complain
It's
about
flush.
cars parked in the driveway?
It's flush, not an incline.
Anyway,
And are you a medical?
are you going to identify yourself
No.
for pedestrian in the roadway?
No.
Would you like to go to jail?
Here we go. I'm willing.
Like,
I've
what are
already
you-
got
what are
one
you
lawsuit.
trying- what are
I
you
already
trying to
got one
accomplish
lawsuit
here?
against you guys for wrongful arrest for the same thing.
Can we just go away so we can work here?
Oh, this is the crime scene?
There's a call for service here.
Oh,
Yes.
if this is the crime
This is a
scene,
crime
yes.
scene.
I'll move over. Would you like me to do that?
Yes, that would be great.
See, that's better.
Now, can
How
we
hard
do
was that? Okay, I'll move across the street to where.
Perfect.
The officer presses the filmer to explain why he cannot simply walk behind a parked car, arguing the sidewalk is passable. The filmer replies he is disabled and will not risk his health. Obstacles prevent him from using the sidewalk safely. The officer questions the credibility of this claim. So you're so disabled you can't walk behind the back of the car, but you can walk down the middle of the roadway? The exchange escalates when the officer again demands identification and even threatens jail for pedestrian in the roadway. Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, public entities must ensure accessible walkways, but the ADA does not automatically excuse violations of traffic ordinances unless access is truly blocked. Texas Penal Code SS 38.02 still limits arrest for failure to ID to post-arrest scenarios. The filmer remains on stronger legal ground by calmly citing obstruction in ADA issues, moving only when a true crime scene is established.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
How you doing? Here you go, sir.
Everything's okay?
Yep.
You don't record me, right?
You're in public. I'm sorry, but you don't get that privilege.
After repeated tension, the officer and the filmer shift to a calmer tone. The filmer reminds the department he already has a lawsuit for wrongful arrest over the same issue, signaling prior legal action. The officer concedes there is an ongoing call for service and allows him to move across the street, which diffuses the conflict. A bystander then objects to being recorded. "You don't record me, right?" The filmer correctly answers, "You're in public," denying any expectation of privacy. Under the First Amendment, and cases like Glick v. Kunith 2011, recording public officials or people in public space is protected. There is no privilege to opt out of public filming. Legally, the filmer is on solid ground for both refusing ID without reasonable suspicion and for filming. The safest course is to remain non-confrontational, move only when an actual crime scene is established, and continue documenting without obstructing police duties. The officer's conduct here earns a C. While attempting to maintain control, he misapplies Texas Penal Code SS 38.02 and fails to establish reasonable suspicion. The filmer, though occasionally abrasive, demonstrates strong legal awareness and restraint, earning a B+. Key laws invoked include the First Amendment, Terry v. Ohio, Texas Penal Code, SS 38.02, and the ADA. The lawful path is clear. Assert rights calmly, record lawfully, and never provide ID unless legally required. Support critical education like this by subscribing to ID Refusal Pro and visiting the original channel to witness real accountability in action.